Hello to everyone. This is Mr. E.B. Djan, a master student of University of KwaZulu-Natal. I'm here to present my research proposal, and I will start on my slide 1. Got the title. The title of my study is Teachers' Experiences of Teaching Number Patterns to Grade 7 Learners in KwaZulu-Natal. And the key research questions, I've got 2 questions. 1, what are the teachers' experiences in teaching number patterns to grade 7 learners in KwaZulu-Natal? And 2, what are the different strategies used by teachers in teaching number pattern to grade 7 learners in KwaZulu-Natal? Then the research side, the research would be conducted at the Haragwala district in KwaZulu-Natal. Haragwala district is a rural district, and the study would be involving 10 schools from the district. The reason being, most of the schools are far away from each other, and that is the reason why I opted to only involve 10 schools. So let me go on to my slide number 2. Here I'm looking at the focus and the purpose of the research study. The focus of this research is to explore the different strategies used by teachers in teaching number patterns to grade 7 learners in KwaZulu-Natal. The purpose of this study is to help develop the foundation of mathematics learning in and out of the classroom through teacher experiences and strategies in teaching number patterns. If I have to explain a little bit or elaborate a little bit on the purpose, because mathematics is across board in our curriculum in South Africa, and right from the early studies or early schooling of the child, patterns are very essential, and mathematics is full of patterns, science is full of patterns. So my reason for choosing the study was to see how do educators from their experiences are able to assist learners to develop this concept of patterns, which is there in mathematics and also the sciences. So it will further be explained in the final proposal. Let me go to slide number 3. Here I'm looking at the key literature. There are so many literatures, but these are the 5 key literatures that I feel my research is also grounded in or is connected to the study. First is Milligan J. and Michelle Moore M. 2009. The study was an awareness of pattern and structure in early mathematics development, and the major theme of that study was mathematical thinking, early algebra, multiplicative reasoning, and special structures. Then also with Fauzan A, learning trajectory of teaching number patterns using RME approach in junior high schools. And the major theme of that study was also a conceptual understanding of experiment and retrospective analysis, reinventing concept of number pattern. Then the third key literature is patterns in the early mathematics curriculum, a 25-year review of the status, positioning, and conception of pattern in England, a research in mathematics education. The major theme of that study was also conceptual understanding, curriculum landscape, pattern as a powerful knowledge, creating knowledge of pattern from teaching and learning. Then Jeresco 2017, strategies of using a special kind of number patterns in different stages of education. Then the major theme of that study was also process of generalization of patterns, fundamental aspects of mathematics, characteristics of mathematical thinking. Then the last key literature was Vail, I, and Capretta, learning through patterns, a powerful approach to algebraic thinking, approaches to algebra. And the major theme of that study was also generalization of patterns, perspective of teachers and in the classroom, and experiences of teachers, and also higher order thinking in patterns. So I chose these 5 literatures because the study that I've chosen, the number patterns, deals with mathematical thinking, conceptual understanding, curriculum landscape, pattern as a powerful, creating knowledge through pattern, and also higher order thinking. So that is why I chose these 5 literature as the major key literature in the study, even though there are other literatures that will also be looked into. Let me go to the next slide. The study will use a concept, because the study is a qualitative research approach, hence a conceptual framework provide the rationale for this study, which is grounded in the literature published on the study. Here, that is Marshall and Roseman, 2016. The conceptual framework from personal experiences of teachers, prior research, and published theories into a coherent presentation of the study, Maxwell 2013. The reason I'm using a conceptual framework, because this study is not a new study, but because it is based on the teacher experiences and also previous study on number patterns and also classroom experiences and previous concepts and also theories. That is why conceptual framework will best suit or is appropriate for this study, because the entire study is basically the teachers' experiences in the classroom. So the main concepts here are generalization of patterns, development of higher order thinking through patterns, teacher instructional practices in teaching number patterns, fundamental aspects of mathematics, characteristics of mathematics thinking, curriculum landscape, pattern as a powerful knowledge, and early multiplication, early algebra, multiplicative, resonant, and special structures. So let me move on to the next slide. Here I'm looking at the approach, the paradigm, the methodology, data collection, and samples. So in terms of my approach, interpretive case study, because it's a qualitative research, and also a pragmatic paradigm is what the studies that is the lens in which the theoretical lens which the study will be viewed through is a pragmatic or pragmatism. And methodology, I'm looking at semi-structured interviews, lesson plan, documentation, and questionnaires, data collection, observation notes, interview transcripts, and also video records. For samples, and it's a purposeful sampling that will meet the need of the study, since I'll be dealing with 10 schools and 10 mathematics teachers from different schools. So I need to use a purposeful sampling so that it meets the need of the research. In terms of the interpretive case study, let me just elaborate a little bit here. Because in this interpretive case study, the researcher is consistent in data collection, engagement of the researcher is maximized. Data is also typically collected from the participant settings, and also involves emergent questions and procedures, and also data builds from a particular to a general team. So that is why the interpretive case study is appropriate for this study. And also, if I have to elaborate a little bit on the pragmatic paradigm here, because the study is based on teachers' experiences, so it helps pragmatic paradigm help in identifying what works for the teacher and the learners in the class, and also focusing on the teacher's experiences. Here in this also pragmatism, it allows the researcher to interrogate the participant and also evaluate ideas and beliefs of the teachers, since it is based on teachers' experience. So that is why the pragmatic paradigm was chosen for this study. The research quality limitations and ethics. So when we look under research quality, we've got professionalism, accountability, all those that are written here on this, what that you can see on the slide, stands up to scrutiny, submit research for peer review, provide necessary information to produce. Yes, all this have to be observed or need to be achieved in order for the research to meet the standard, or say the quality. For instance, here the research based the research on a clear chains of inferential resonance. So, and in terms of limitations, also the participants are far away from far apart from one another, and this creates a challenge for the researcher. Financial implications on reaching the schools or the locations of the schools, and time constraints to complete the study, and also willingness of educators or teachers to participate. There are other limitations that will still be identified and be explained in the final proposal. Ethics here also, in ethics we're looking at requesting permission from authorities, from the participants, explaining the purpose of the study, the benefits of the study, being honest, and also integrity of objectives of objectivity of the research, and also protecting anonymity of the participants, non-discriminating, and also openness to the participants. So everything also here that you can see under ethics need to be observed in terms of the ethical code for research. I think I've come to the end of my presentation. I'll end here, and if there are any questions, then they are welcome. Questions or contributions, suggestions, they are welcome. Thank you.